Hey, good morning, everybody. Man, I'm driving through a blinding rainstorm here. We are just west of Gulfport, and pretty good squall line that's circling around into the Gulf here. We're going to have a good little break here in a moment. Once we get through this squall line, we'll have a good little maybe an hour or so of no rain. So we're trying to get through it here. It's pretty intense. We're actually going to go down to Bay St. Louis. That's the place we were checking out a lot of my daily brew there the last couple of days. I want to go down there and hang out a little bit. We're going to try to get out of this big rainstorm because it's impossible to see here on Interstate 10 right now. One of our first major squall lines coming through. Latest grade on the Hurricane Ida. Unfortunately, pressures now appear to be under 930 millibar. We're talking pressure in 920 range. That is not good. This is definitely making a run at Category 5 hurricane here before landfall. The last official update was 933 pressure with 150 mile an hour winds officially. That was the last official update. The hurricane hunters are out there right now, and they possibly just found pressures below 930 millibar, and that would definitely put this on par of possibly becoming Category 5 here before it makes landfall. And that would be the one of the worst hurricanes to ever hit the United States if that does hold true. So we're looking at catastrophic damages guaranteed, storm surge upwards of 20 feet possibly, 16 officially. I'm thinking they're going to have to raise that surge value up, however. Rainfall totals are upwards to 2 feet in spots. We're going to have inland effects for hundreds of miles. We are going to have tornadoes today with these bands coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be a terrible day. So just stay safe out there. Oh man, we just got a big old gust now. This is not even close to. This is just one of the outer bands. If you look at the radar, we got this one spiraling band that's well displaced from the actual center of our storm, and it's pretty hefty. It's coming in around Gulfport down through just south of Mobile, spinning around, and that'll be hitting a lot of folks here in the next hour. The main core of our system is still way out, a couple hours offshore, and like I said, if you're just tuning in, the winds are now officially 150 miles an hour with a pressure of 933. However, the hurricane hunters are finding pressures of possibly down into the 920 range, and that would mean the winds would be catching up to that, and it takes a little time for the winds to catch up. However, 920 pressure is definitely going to be borderline Category 5 hurricane. Winds are only 7 miles an hour below Category 5 right now. So Category 4 upper end, and this is as bad as it gets, everyone. This thing has turned violent overnight. Convection absolutely exploded overnight. Rapid intensification on a record pace. I haven't heard that, but I'm wondering if it's going to rival records as far as pressure drop. We're in Mississippi, nearing Waveland. Trying to stay out of New Orleans. That is not the place I want to be. Man, the water is already high. We were looking at some of these areas when we were doing some of the surge forecasts in the last couple of days. We were actually zoomed in on this area in particular, as a potential place that would get some unexpected surge. Um, and look at all these boats, people out of getting the heck out of the water, going to higher ground. All these residents are moving out onto higher ground. We are well outside of. Man, look at that wind coming at us. Hey, got water on both sides of the road here. I gotta be careful. This area is well outside the cone. Well outside the cone. Whoa, man, what's that? In talking with some of Shelly and some others, I thought it would be maybe worth it to maybe experience some of what people experience outside the cone and what that means. And I'm starting to see buildings already flooded over here. There's a couple buildings flooded with cars underwater. All these cars are seeking higher ground. All these people, the reason that you see them all parked on the side of the road is they are trying to escape the higher ground. Is they are seeing flooding here already um, from surge, and our system is still several hours away. And again, we focused on this area uh, several times in the last several days as a potential spot for surge. So this was the first place in the map that I decided to go. I wanted to stay out of New Orleans. I don't really want to go to New Orleans on a direct hit if that is indeed going to be in 100-mile-an-hour plus winds. So um, we're going to check this out. We're down in Waveland, and we're going to kind of drive around a little bit. The storm's still several hours away, and we're waiting on a recon to confirm that our pressures are dropping. We're sitting at 150 mile an hour hurricane currently, with pressures possibly down in the 920 range now, making that run at Category 5 storm before landfall. And again, the worst thing for any tropical system is to be developing as it nears landfall, and it just means it takes that much more time to reverse and start to weaken some. Plus, the lower pressures guaranteed increase the surge values that you normally wouldn't see on a weakening system. So we're talking about a 150 mile an hour Category 4 hurricane that is going to make direct landfall in Louisiana, very close to New Orleans on the west side. The wind field is expanding, pressures are dropping, and this is not weakening. This is not going to dissipate before landfall. So we got a catastrophic hurricane fixing to come ashore here in the next couple hours. Surge is going to be a huge threat. Power outages, tornadoes, inland flooding, everything connected with hurricanes. And again, all these cars on the side of the road are people that are trying to get to higher ground, knowing that surge is coming, and they want to get out of the water. So we're officially in Waveland, trying to get out of the squall line. There's a hefty squall line there. If you look at radar, I'm driving south, and eventually I should be out of this squall line. And it's a doozy, man. It's bad. I mean, if you're in Gulfport right now, Pascagoula, it is bad, and you're going to get a good steady stream of storms coming in from your east side as this rotates in from the Gulf of Mexico. I haven't figured out where our final destination is going to be yet. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. All right, so we stopped. How about that? All right, so a Twitter break here to look at any. So it looks like that squall line is now to our north, luckily. Um, Behind us, thank goodness. All right, so we're going to drive around a little bit, see, check out some radar. Again, the storm itself is still several hours south. It's just being picked up now by New Orleans radar, and what we're waiting for now is to see if any wind speed is detected with this pressure drop. Yeah, this could probably end up being one of those scenarios where they do a post storm analysis and find out if it did indeed strengthen the last second. Heavy winds. All right, so we're going to go. I don't know where we're going. Actually, so this whole area, unfortunately, is under a surge possibility. One thing I talked about with Phil the last time we did our storm chasing was do a pre drive by, which I'm doing now. I should have been recording, by the way. I haven't recorded all these. I'm recording now. So what we decided to do was do a post-storm video, and if I get back out this way after the storm, we'll see, before or after, if this area gets surge or not. Hopefully, the surge does not happen, um, but this area is expected to get some surge off of the Gulf of Mexico. We're technically just outside the cone of hurricane. We are in Waveland, I think, now. Bay St. Louis. We'll go take a look at the water here, Mississippi Sound. Take a look at the water and see if the water's coming up yet, or what kind of water rise we see. Starting to see some trees down already. So again, we're still a couple hours from the actual core of the storm. Still well offshore. Getting closer though. Grand Isle is very close to our eye, and it's so close to New Orleans here. New Orleans is going to be on that east side. East side normally is the rough side, and I think New Orleans is going to get an unexpected hit here from Ada. But hopefully, if you're in New Orleans, batten down the hatches. It's coming. We have a developing hurricane that is going to pass by very close to a direct hit New Orleans. That's the street flood. Haven't got my tires yet, so this will probably be the last hurrah on these things. Starting to get a little flood ready. Look, I mean, we're so close to. I don't know if that's fresh water or salt water. I guess I can go out there and taste it. That would be kind of crazy. Definitely a lot of flooding going on. So the big squall line is impacting Gulfport right now, and we're going to have it pretty strong just south of Mobile right now. We're inching our way to St. Louis Bay and Mississippi Sound here. We're going to see if we can see any water rise. We're definitely in a little break. I don't want to go north. That was some pretty heavy winds. Well, actually, let me see what kind of winds we got on that. I can my radar scope here. We can look at the velocity here. All right, so starting to see more evidence that our last drop zone was 920s. Rapid intensification continues. We're definitely on pace for Category 5, unfortunately. It's at 150 right now. If the drop zones keep showing 920s, the winds are going to catch up, and we unfortunately are going to be dealing with more wind speed. Not good. All right, so let's take a look at where we're at right here. I don't even sure we're fine. All right. Oh, let's see if I can find a little spot to park over here and get a little break. See where we're at. Look at some internet stuff. All right, so I'm sure a lot of locals are familiar where we're at. This is way before central surge gets here. The pressure's dropping into 920s. Not a good sign. Definitely strengthening. No discussion about dry air. 155 forecast at landfall. Did they just change that? Now they're looking at it. So now they're predicting 155 winds at landfall. The latest NHC 155. Let me make sure. Let me verify that. I don't like to retweet stuff until I'm sure that's correct. But yep, 155. So the NHC is expecting 155 at landfall. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, bud. Got in trouble. Wouldn't be a damn storm if I didn't get in trouble. He told me to turn my damn lights off. I had my floodlights on driving through that rain. Jeez. So there you go. Every storm chase, I get pulled over or something. Shelly, did you see that? Oh, now I feel guilty. I didn't know I had my damn floodlights on. I had them on because I couldn't see during that damn squall line. Oh my God! Every freaking time we go out in these storms, I get uh, in trouble with the law. That's Third time now. I had to change the name of my truck to the good old boy or something. Always in trouble with the law. Oh god, there's another cop. Don't get me pulled over again. Here'd be a good shot. I need some video. I'm gonna have to do some little quick clips here as the storm comes in. I think that'd be a good spot right there. Whoa, can I make the stop? Yes, I can. All right, so let me park here. All right, this is the part of the journey where I jump out a lot. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sign off because I got to post the latest expectation here of 155 miles an hour. 155 is now the forecast. At landfall, that's just a couple miles an hour shy of Category 5. Not good. So, all right, I'm gonna sign off and then do some posts and then I will be back. Oh shit! Do I got the top lights on too? Crap! I had everything on. Now I know. Now I know why I was pissed. I had the roof lights on too. Oh, all right, we'll be back.